likely gonna be there again this year. So it's gonna be a good game. So we're thinking about that. We're thinking about that. Thinking about a little Colorado trip. But
no, I think that'd be a great time.
Is Texas back? Is what we all want to know.
Okay, I don't know if Texas is back or if Alabama is long gone.
Bama.
Maybe a mix of both.
Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, because somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. This is Nick Saban's first double-digit home loss since forever ago. I think back he was coaching at LSU. I think that's how long it's been.
Probably at some point with the Browns, so add him on that list too. So
that's quite a long time. And Texas, man, the game last year against Alabama was a great game. So you knew going into it that you were going to get your popcorn ready and you were going to watch some damn good college football. Texas might be back.
Texas?
I don't know. I feel like
when you say Texas is back, like how back are we talking?
Well, right. I was just going to say, I feel like this time every year we say it.
Texas is back. And then like a few games later,
it goes off the rails. And they're very much not back. But this was a big win for them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
An embarrassing one for Alabama.
Yeah, not really all that good.
They're not really used to that stuff.
They're not. And, for a program that even still is highly talented, very, very good, should be in the competition to make, the playoff and stuff. This one's tough because if Texas continues, there's a chance you might meet them again.
I mean,
and how's that going to go? I mean, they play you real tough, apparently. The last 2 games, it's just, I don't know.
I think it worked out because the guy ditched the mullet and now he can play well.
I'm not going to lie. I was real confused because they kept on saying his name. And I'm like, okay, Quinn Ewers. I don't see him. Like, did he get hurt? What happened? I didn't know he cut his hair.
The hair's gone.
That I was so confused probably up until I want to say like halfway through the 3rd quarter. I was like, why the hell are they talking about Quinn Ewers? He's not even playing. He's surely playing. Just no more hair. He doesn't look like he doesn't look like the Tiger King.
The hair's gone. The hair freedom, they're winning games. Alabama's not winning games. Maybe a new time for college football.
Maybe.
Colorado exciting. Alabama losing. You know what would be next on this list of things to happen?
Uh-oh.
Ohio State get crushed. I mean, it's just on like the list of things that are happening that would just make college football crazy.
It's been, football all over the place has been wild. And it's been 3 weeks in total.
See, I said this to myself last night as I was watching the Jets and Bills game. I feel like I say this once a week. This is the dumbest football game I've ever watched. And it just continues and continues and continues.
The sport truly is stupid.
In each week,
the entire
someone
sport
doing something else that makes me laugh a little more.
The entire sport is just so dumb. Yeah. Speaking of dumb football and staying in the great state of Texas, are the Dallas Cowboys? Did I underrate the Dallas Cowboys going into this year?
I've been high on the Cowboys. I think last week we agreed Cowboys over Eagles. I think we did.
Going all off season though, like I heard everybody say, "Oh, the Cowboys team, the Cowboys," like, and then Jerry Jones opened his mouth, and I'm like, "All right, I'm out." But like, I don't. And this is exactly what we have in our little show script right now. Are the Cowboys as good as they looked against the New York Giants, or like? Are the New York Giants did they have everybody fooled? Because there was a lot of talk surrounding them too going into this year.
Did you at any point in time say Daniel Jones is going to be really damn good? This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. No, I said this is going to be
truly
terrible.
Never once.
Mid, bad. The only highlight he's ever had is when he tried to run faster than Lamar and fell.
And then the poor guy too. He's getting the shit kicked out of him. They're down 30-something points. It's pouring rain, and they're leaving him in. Like,
put him on the bench.
Come on. It's not good.
But it's not going to get better anyway, though. Not discrediting the Cowboys.
No, I mean special teams and defense.
They did what they needed to do.
They sure did. The rain obviously didn't help matters at all. It was torrential downpours. Like the weather in the Northeast has been nuts the last couple of days.
The weather here has been awful too. I sat in a freaking, it wasn't even like, so I went to the Browns game, in case you guys didn't know, the Browns-Bengals game. The rain was awful here too. And it wasn't like a storm. It was just the most annoying rain that you could sit in. It was just enough that you couldn't leave. And you had to watch, and you had to, it was just bad. It's bad.
I just don't. I feel for the Giants fans because I know a lot of them. I have a lot of Giants fans friends. Mm-hmm. Real optimistic going into the season. This is probably just a soul crusher to start the year. Not only do you get absolutely smoked, but it's a division rival, first game of the season. Like, that's tough.
Time, national television.
Everybody's watching. Everybody's talking about how much you might suck.
One of the worst parts about the game probably was the Giants social media manager who's ever running the social media account. I feel bad for you. They gave you 0 highlights to post. You couldn't post anything at all. You posted the start of the game, and you couldn't post again. I wouldn't have posted either.
Nothing. That's got to be so tough.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? It's if you're a social media manager, like your job is literally to post. You have to do it.
They gave you nothing.
For you to literally not be able to post anything, not to find a single, not just one highlight.
No
not
highlights.
One.
No points. No nothing.
Oof.
Not good.
Brutal. And then speaking of brutal, Team USA. If you didn't watch any of the FIBA World Cup,
you didn't miss out on anything.
It's pretty much okay. Granted, the Team USA that played in this is not the Team USA that you normally see in the Olympics, but
I expected a little bit better than that.
They're a lot of them are prominent names in the NBA. Like, I expect more.
I have a list of things that I hated watching. Go ahead. Tyrese Halliburton, god awful.
Yeah,
bad. I don't know what happened to you from Indiana to this. Awful. Jaren Jackson Jr. revoked the Defensive Player of the Year award. Should have went to Evan Mobley. I don't even need to give you any other stats. Don't need to tell you anything else. We saw what happened. You got 2 rebounds a game. You were out there getting 2 rebounds a game. That's the thing I don't understand is if you are tall, like tall as F, you are a tall man. Your arms are higher than everybody else. When you jump, you're higher than everybody else. 4 rebounds at least. I don't know. I just don't know how tall men don't get rebounds.
It's so bad.
Put your arms up.
It's so bad that LeBron James had to come out and say, we're not fucking doing this again. I'm coming in for the Olympics.
Yeah.
We're fixing this.
Who's enjoying his time off, getting up off of his couch. He's not hanging out with his kids anymore, and you're making him think about going for a gold medal because you guys can't get the job done.
I mean,
tall as F is insane. Yeah, I mean, like,
it's true. I mean,
if I were that tall, I don't know what I would do.
How else are you supposed to describe him,
I don't know what I would do. I would get rebounds. I know that.
It's just, it's embarrassing too because of the whole Noah Lyles thing. Like, you guys can't talk all that shit and then do that. You lost to Dylan Brooks in the bronze medal game. Come on. Like, be serious. So now I fully expect them to not only win gold in the Olympics next summer, but destroy everyone in their path.
Not only did they lose to Dylan Brooks, he put up 40 points.
Oh, despicable.
He did Dallas Cowboys.
Despicable. And, like, no disrespect to Team Canada, but disrespect to Dylan Brooks. And for him to do that to you, to allow him to do that to you, because you're never going to hear the end of it.
Never. Ever.
Just be serious. I will be shocked if anyone on that team, except maybe Ant, is on the Olympics roster.
Yeah, pretty pathetic showing.
Because not good.
From everyone. You have Kyrie saying he might be playing.
That's when you know. That's when you know Kyrie's going to come in and do he's going to find a problem with the Olympics as idea and everything like that. You know that. But for him to come in and do this, say that he might, like, that's how much you piss these guys off. You're embarrassing.
We used to be a basketball country, and we are
were
losing the goddamn recipe.
We are a proper basketball country at one point. We cannot lose that. We don't have much left going for us. But what we do have is a special guest this week, one of our very own on the FanDuel social team, Kobe, our resident Lions fan. Woo, we got Kobe. A lot to talk
about. What's up, gang? I'm excited to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I know this whole week, you have probably been, you've just been probably fired up. You watched your Detroit Lions, who year after year after year after year, nothing but disappointment, go out there, first game of the season, and put the Super Bowl champs to bed. They took them to bed early, and you guys won.
Yeah, so I was on my way to a local tavern here, and I walk in, place is packed out. It just, the energy inside of that place was just nothing that I've ever felt before as a fan. And I can tell you one moment during the game where I thought, oh my God, we might actually have a chance. It was the second that Kadarius Toney dropped that pass. That
Which one?
Should have been a catch. Brian Branch takes it with one hand.
Oh man!
Bringing it back to the crib, the place erupted. It was nothing like I had ever seen before amongst Lions fans. And when that clock hit 0, listen, I've been a lifelong Lions fan. Mm-hmm. I've never felt anything like that ever.
Did we shed a tear?
And so it was really special to watch. I've been high on the Lions going into the season, and that just kind of confirmed everything that I was already looking forward to. So really special stuff.
See, I used to be really high on the
Gabb
Lions.
wants to know if you cried.
Yeah, did you cry? Did you shed a tear?
Gabb, I got receipts for Gabb because Minnesota Vikings were winning the division, right?
I have beef with the Lions, okay? I have some beef with the Lions. If you would have been on our show last year, I was Lions at all point in time. When they were, every game, I said they were going to win. I don't even think I ever picked against them once. I have a little beef with them. I will not share for the group that we cannot share with the group, but I have some beef with them. And I just need you to convince me why I need to squash the beef.
Listen, so, I mean, beating the Super Bowl champs, not even at Ford Field. This was at Arrowhead. Mm-hmm. Taking down the Kansas City Chiefs in their crib on ring night, that sent shockwaves throughout the entire NFL, and that is a sign for things to come. Dan Campbell, I think he's probably the favorite right now for Coach of the Year. These boys love playing.
I like Dan Campbell.
They play for him like I don't know any other like coach and team where they had that level of respect for their coach, because he played. He actually did play for the Lions. So there's that level of respect where it's like, damn, like when we're out there in the trenches, like he knows what it is. Like he knows what it's like. So that's something that, you know, you can't take for granted as a player. And when they beat the Chiefs, that was everything. At first, I was going to be okay with just them losing by even just a touchdown. Even a touchdown to the Super Bowl champs in their crib, I could have lived with that.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me that we won that. We won the game. The Detroit Lions, they won the game. Yeah, and then to see the Minnesota Vikings get.
Don't do that to my guy Kirk like that.
Not good.
You mean to tell
my guy
me
Kirk like that?
You mean to tell me that Baker Mayfield?
Don't even go. That's
the worst part.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes, you're gonna go to Baker immediately.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh man!
Don't give him that kind of credit. Do not give him that credit.
That was just really hard for me to stomach and watch, because I thought the Minnesota Vikings were going to be probably our lone competition.
It might be the Packers, so.
But now it might have to be the Packers with Jordan Love, because they didn't look too bad curb stomping the Bears over there.
Well, I was just about to say, it's definitely not going to be the Bears.
Not going to be the Bears.
What the hell?
At least for right now.
But yeah, the Detroit Lions, I think, are the clear-cut NFC North winners. I honestly, even this might be a reach for a lot of people out there. I'm going as high as NFC Championship.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Honestly, that's what this is all about. the day or two after the first week, second week, whatever, just overreact. Give me all of your overreactions, whether you believe them or not. Because I've got some about the Patriots. Gabb, I know you have some about the Browns.
I don't know. See, my thing about the Browns, I won't go into it until we get to them, but I just want to let you guys know that beating the Bengals, watching the Bengals lose, was more important to me than watching the Browns win.
I get that.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes complete sense. Yeah. It makes complete sense. That's how I felt about watching the Bills lose last night.
Right. It just warms my bitter heart.
Sure, the Jets won, but the Bills lost. It's pretty good.
Kobe, your biggest takeaway from that game? Lions Chiefs. I have one. It's not about the Lions. Sorry, guys.
My biggest takeaway, dare I say Kelsey might be as important, if not more important, than Patrick Mahomes.
Makes you think.
I mean,
it makes you think.
He definitely doesn't harm the Chiefs, and he definitely catches the ball. So,
no, because especially after seeing Kadarius Toney,
man,
I don't think he's ever going to have a game as bad as that, though. I think that was the rock bottom.
I don't think so either. But
I would hope not for his own sake.
Hope not for Kadarius.
For his sake.
For his sake. I will say
Travis Kelce, though, definitely much more important to that team than I originally thought.
Sky Moore really disappointed me too.
Well, I don't think anyone on their offense, besides Patrick Mahomes, is good. So,
Jet McKinnon's usually reliable though, and I mean,
every single person said we're not going to catch a ball today.
Non-factor.
We are not going to catch a single one. No.
Oh well.
Wait, what's yours? What's your biggest takeaway from that one?
From that game?
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to Kobe's. Like, if hopefully Kelsey stays healthy throughout the year, because obviously, like I said with the whole Rodgers thing, you never want to see anybody get hurt, whether you like the team or not.
Right.
But for their sake, they need him to stay healthy, because the supporting cast without him on offense,
can't do a damn thing.
Oof, not great, not great, and it's you can't waste prime Patrick Mahomes. With receivers like this. Like,
man, that man though, he was probably stressing out during that game. I'd be so pissed off.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest though, and you can call this a hot take. You can call this me being a hater. He didn't really play.
You're being a hater
either.
You're being a hater.
How many passes? I know they dropped a lot of passes. I know that the receivers played horribly. Patrick Mahomes didn't. He gave him a lot of behind balls, a lot of late throws. Decisions weren't really. And again, working with what you got, which isn't much. But for somebody who gets the praise that he does, everybody always says, "Oh, Mahomes can do whatever with anybody." Well, he didn't.
Well, maybe if they would have caught at least two of those passes, it would have been a little better.
No, I agree. It's mostly on the receivers for sure. But there were instances where I watched Patrick Mahomes and I said, "Who the hell is this guy?" Because
I never saw those.
Not great. I didn't think it was great.
I'm not gonna ever hate on Mahomes yet. I don't think I ever will in my life. Just, again, we have the same birthday. We were born the same day. We're basically soulmates in a different lifetime. I don't know. We have a spiritual connection some way along the line. But my biggest takeaway from that game was I knew the Lions are gonna be good. That wasn't a surprise to me. Mine was the Chiefs' defense wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yep, I agree. And now they got Chris Jones.
And now they have Chris Jones. He sat up there in that suite, watched him, said, "You can't do this without me. I'm going to sign the piece of paper the next day. We're going to get things rolling." I just had to make an example of you guys. And now here we are.
And it worked.
It worked.
It worked. Man got paid.
It worked. Moving on from this game, though, because there was a lot that happened on Sunday. And I want to talk about the AFC East. I have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hot topic for the day.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to give you every reason for each 4 teams why I think this is
true.
The
Patriots are going to beat them?
It's possible.
Okay, I'm ready.
But the AFC East is wide open. And I say this as a Patriots fan with a lot of hope, so it may sound a little crazy to you guys, but here's why. The New York Jets, I mean, that goes without saying. They lost their brand new shiny quarterback last night for the season back to Zach Wilson. The defense is very good, though. So what they lack on offense, they can make up for on defense. Similar for the Patriots. What they lack on offense, even though they showed signs of improvement, they definitely make up for on defense. They beat the living hell defensively out of the reigning NFC champs. Couldn't do anything. If they didn't spot them 16 points, that game should have been won. They lost it more than the Eagles won. Buffalo Bills are still the Buffalo Bills, I think. But we do need to have a conversation about Josh Allen, and we will get to that.
I'm a little stressed.
And the Miami Dolphins, juggernauts on offense. Boy, oh boy, do they not play defense. Not at all.
Maybe try Tyreek Hill at corner.
Hey, whatever works. But those 4 reasons for each team is why I think anybody can win this division. And I say this after week 1, so it surely can be an overreaction, but I don't think it is. I think this is going to be a dogfight up until the very last week of the season. And that's that. That's all I have to say. Oh, here we go. We got a little tidbit here from Caroline. Dolphins are the new favorites to win the division. Interesting.
I mean, makes sense for now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It makes sense for now. Tua was out
for
there
now,
cooking them up.
For now. Yeah, the my sweet Los Angeles Chargers. They're doing it again
today, though. If you were going to call today the AFC East, if they're like how it's going to finish, who's winning 1, 2, 3, 4?
Just completely based on week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I think I might still stay Buffalo number 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the Pats at 2.
Because
they play defense. No, the Dolphins don't play defense. I don't care how many points you score.
But I like points.
Stop it. If you can't stop it.
Pats at 2 is steep. Man.
We're all going Jets on the floor, right?
Jets are in the basement.
Yeah. Floor, yep.
I heard don't put out the obituary yet. Saw that quote today. But it's already out there.
Let's talk about this comment right here. Defense doesn't matter in today's NFL.
You know what? I got that.
Week 1 has absolutely proven that wrong. Week 1 has proven that wrong completely. This was a defensive week. The only game where we saw offense is the Chargers and the Dolphins game. Everything else,
like to see some offense moving forward, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, me too. Yeah. Completely
the
correct.
Defense isn't dead because we saw it this weekend.
But defense isn't dead. If anything, it's a resurgence.
Oh, it's very much alive.
So that's a poor take.
But I mean, that is why the Chiefs won with offense. But defense isn't dead.
Yeah. But they won. That's past tense. People do stuff to make those championship teams struggle to get back there. And that's why defense is back. We're back, baby.
Defense is back. You know, I hate defense. Defense. No.
I love it. And we have a whole segment on defense right here. I mean, the Jets last night, Jordan Whitehead picked off Josh Allen 3 times. He had in his contract, if he had, I believe it's like 3 or more interceptions, he got a bonus. He hit that last night in one game.
$50,000, $250,000 paycheck going home that night.
Well, you better send Josh Allen a thank you card.
Right?
I would ship one to the facility for sure.
Nice little Rolex or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something.
Right? I don't even know how much Rolex costs, but
new car.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll just send him like the card was fine. The thank you card was fine.
A signed photo of him picking him off. Thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks for the check.
Signed photo of him when he could have rushed for the first down and he threw it down the field like a psychopath.
Yeah, well, he needs to. We need to.
Should we just go? Should we just talk about Josh Allen?
We need to have the talk.
See, I have a list. I made a list. I compiled a list from Lovely the Sources on Twitter of reasons why we shouldn't give up on Josh Allen yet. Okay. Now, if you guys want to go first and then I follow up with mine.
There were some responses to that tweet that I have things to say about, so I will let you go first.
Okay. Now, I reached out to my good friends of, it's no longer Twitter, formerly Twitter.com, why Josh Allen is still a good quarterback. And let me read you the response that I got. We are waiting on Von Miller to get back, so we're just going to be a little rusty. We're waiting on Von Miller to return, so we're just going to chill until he's out there, so then we can celebrate it a little more. I'll come back. We can come back to that one.
Okay.
I mean, you can go if you want to.
Von Miller does not play offense, so what does that have to do with anything?
We are just waiting for him to be there to have a better game.
Right.
Von Miller not there, rusty. It makes sense. The numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow was also not good. Fair one.
Fair. That's true.
Karma from his ex-girlfriend.
Bang. Love that one.
That one. But we can't hate on him because he also has a hot girlfriend. And that's a positive stat as a quarterback. Hot girlfriend equals good. Can't disagree with that one.
In theory.
In theory.
He's tall.
Mac Jones has a very pretty girlfriend.
Yeah, he gets a point for that.
Yeah.
Does.
Okay, continue.
Tall. Count it. Can run more than others. Count that one too.
That's going to be his downfall.
Joe Burrow had 5 turnovers week 1 of last year. And then turned it up a notch and was very good. And he also threw for a touchdown. A lot of quarterbacks didn't do that this weekend.
That's true.
That is true.
It came very close to not being though, because he one little toot over the line of scrimmage.
He still did it. Last thing that I have for you is Madden curse, not his fault. That's my complete list.
The Madden curse has been dead for years. That's not an excuse.
That's the list. That's the end of the list. So all of those, we factor in all of those things. I think we can agree that we should at least give them till next week, and then I'll have a panic attack.
I do appreciate everyone's contributions to said list. Some good points were made. Some not good points also, but some good points were made. Kobe, would you like to go first?
Yeah, the thing is with Allen being somewhat of a mobile quarterback, I think in anybody else's case, it's a plus. In Josh Allen's case, it's actually a minus. I wish Josh Allen wasn't mobile because a lot of the boneheaded decisions that he makes on the field are because he's trying mobile. And when he's mobile, he tries to do too much. And the Jets game is Exhibit A. You have all this green in front of you to get the first down, but yet I'm going to chuck it down the field and hope somebody's on there to catch it. And then you get picked off. And not only do you get picked off by doing that, you get picked off by the same guy 3 times in one night. That is pure insanity.
I've seen something like that before.
It's
on Christmas Day.
Giving me shades of Ty Law, Peyton Manning.
PTSD.
Listen, I also have a little bit of research. Shout out to my in-home production assistant / research team.
Thanks,
aka Rob, boyfriend of the year for this one. He went on StatMuse because him and his friends were having this conversation as well. And he found a little bit of information to back up his claim of why we may be making too many excuses for Josh Allen. I don't want to say overrating, but we are making far too many excuses. And it starts with this. He came into the league in 2018, correct? He has the most turnovers in that time with 84. 78 games, 84 turnovers.
Now, if Baker Mayfield would have been given a little more starts, don't worry, he would be leading.
Baker Mayfield's close, but
he's up
Josh
there.
Allen has only played 5 more games than Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, 73 games, 78 turnovers. Josh Allen, 78 games, 84 turnovers. Like, I know he's talented. I'm not saying he's not. He's got a strong arm. He's mobile. He's a dual threat. That's all well and good. If you can't protect the ball, it doesn't freaking matter. Yeah. And it's something, because on teams like that, teams that we are talking about to be Super Bowl contenders, the turnover game plays a major factor in that. The Bills' window may very well be shutting. Thank you. I've been saying that for months now. Thank you.
I said this is my last Josh Allen attempt. I said it last week. I said if he doesn't show me anything, I'm done. I'm out. He showed me less than nothing. So,
and it's not even just the turnovers. That's obviously a huge part of it. When is somebody going to sit him down, strap him to a chair, and said you are not getting up until you learn to slide when you are running the ball? He's going to get banged up so bad that his longevity is just going to go out the window. It's going to be next to nothing, because if he keeps running like that and putting his body in situations where he's getting tackled by 5 guys, or he's getting hit so hard that he has to shake his head when he gets up, that's not going to last very long. We've already seen the longevity of mobile quarterbacks is slim to none. And
I feel like I have kind of an analogy of what I think Josh Allen is. He's like when you go to a frat party and there's always some guy that's a little bit too drunk and wants to show off. Like, have you ever been to a frat party and someone jumps off the house?
That's Josh Allen.
That's Josh Allen.
That's perfect.
On the folding table.
Yeah, he's jumping through the tables. Josh Allen, that's him. I posted a TikTok because this is how I feel about him too. Josh Allen and my ex-boyfriend are very much alike. Both make stupid decisions that everyone else in the world can see are going to be bad and going to be wrong except for them. Like, everyone else around you can see it. And Josh Allen, this goes on and off the field. Everyone around you can see that it's going to end up bad. So why do it?
And then we have his post-game comments. And if you didn't see it, we're going to show it to you now, because it's something. So if we can get that. Even if it's just the audio, it's just so good. It's
because we've all been there before.
And listen, I've been in situations where, it's just, it happens. Hold on, we're going to try to get it up. But it wasn't good. And honestly, as somebody who has watched the Bills probably closer than most, I would be pretty discouraged if I saw this as a fan from my starting quarterback.
You would be discouraged? I think there's nothing else you can say. What else can you say in that situation?
It's how he said it, and that the body language, the attitude.
Did you want him to lie?
No, don't lie.
I think I don't know. I just think there's nothing else for him that he could have said. No matter what he said, someone's going to be upset with it. You had one of the worst games we've ever seen played. You can't go up there and say anything else, and I was awful.
All right, so we can't get the audio to work, but he said same shit, different year or whatever, meaning he knows that his turnovers are an issue, and it was a whole big sigh, and he just looked dejected. I don't know. The way he sounded and the way he said it, I would be like, all right, dude, maybe take accountability 100%.
What would have you said if you went up there?
I don't know. I would have taken the accountability for it, because it absolutely was his fault. And if I was his shoes, I would know that it was my fault. But I don't know if I would sound all doom and gloom about it. I would try my best not to. Because
what if you went up there happy? Then they would have made fun of you.
Well, no, not necessarily happy.
Motherfucker smiling up here. I can't believe he's doing that.
No, he didn't have to go up there and be happy, but he could have went up there and said, yeah, my fault. I got to figure out this turnover issue, but long season, I know I'm going to be able to do it. That I would have been more okay with than, yeah, same shit, different year. It's always my fault, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Well, he didn't say it like that. He said, yeah, it's my fault, I'm bad.
He basically said.
God.
Trouble in
It's a
Buffalo.
mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. You know,
I would be
trouble.
happy. My quarterback is being honest. And like, I'm not saying he's not being honest. I know he's being honest. It was totally his fault. The tone and the body language is what I'm not happy with. Sack up, boy. Come on.
He's trying. He's trying his best. He's trying his best. His life got ripped to shreds on national TV. Oh, man. I don't know. It's just a rough week for quarterbacks. There were not very many that played well.
No, not very good. Joe Burrow, what's going on, pal?
I'm not worried about Joe Burrow. I watched the game with my own 2 eyes in the pouring rain for 4 hours, and I don't think I'm worried about Joe Burrow. But for some reason, I don't know why, the Cleveland Browns could lose every single game except for one, and you told me it was at home against the Bengals, and I would believe that every single time. They haven't won in Cleveland since 2017, and they've got their ass kicked every single time they've been there.
Why is that?
I don't know. Joe Burrow is terrified of Myles Garrett. Kobe, I know you already said you'd be terrified of Myles Garrett too.
I think everybody is, and I don't know what it is. They just, when they go to Cleveland, it's like some sort of like black magic witchcraft that takes place, and they can't seem to muster anything up. I mean, Joe Burrow not throwing for 100 yards is abysmal.
He was throwing the ball away every chance he could get. He wasn't even attempting to make it to a receiver.
To throw passes, he just wanted to get rid of it so he didn't get hit.
So he wasn't on the ground. He didn't even play the last 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
God,
I love Jamar Chase doubling down on the Elves comment, though.
I mean,
you just lost you just lost in embarrassing fashion. You're gonna keep calling them the Elves. I love that.
I just think it's so funny, the dynamic between the Bengals wide receivers and the Browns corners, because they're just such different groups. Like, their personalities couldn't be more different, but when they play one another, it is so awesome to see. And the trash talk's great. I wish we had some like audio of that, in-game audio of the trash talk, because I know how to be good.
Somebody had to be mic'd up.
Denzel Ward was playing out of his mind. I've never seen him celebrate anything, and he was celebrating every single play.
Those games, those interdivision games, like
those division games, I don't know what it is. They lock up on D. And by the way, not fantasy advice, but we're picking up the Cleveland Browns wire today, so be on the lookout.
We're picking them up. We're making a good case for Myles Garrett.
Who are they playing next?
The Browns play the Steelers.
The
Bengals, and then the Bengals play the Ravens. So that's like a big week for the AFC North.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of talk.
But picking up the Browns, going to play the Steelers, who we need to have a conversation about too. And it's not so much the Steelers team themselves, because I think the three of us kind of knew what we were going to get with the Steelers teams, but the Steelers fans and everybody who said, oh, this Pittsburgh Steelers team, they're going to be a threat to win the division this year. Where? I know they played the 49ers, and the 49ers are supposed to be incredibly good this year, and they look like they are. You didn't get a first down until the game was almost over. Like,
hey, at least the Steelers scored a touchdown, unlike the terrible Cincinnati Bengals. Like, imagine. Let me add one more Bengals thing, because it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. The things that they were saying all week, celebrating the Chiefs losing, talking about all these different things that were going to happen. The Cincinnati Reds scored more runs than you scored points in a game that day. No. You should be embarrassed.
No.
They scored 7. You scored 3. You couldn't even get near the end zone.
That's when you just pack it up and you say, no, we're going to try again next year.
Right.
Yeah. No, you didn't score a touchdown. Which teams didn't score a touchdown this week? The Bengals, the Titans, the Giants. Who else? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bunch of losers. That's all I got. That is all I got for that team. That's all I got.
Oh my God. All right. They start 0-1 though. And the Chiefs start 0-1. The Bills start 0-1. Lots of good teams did not win this week. The Chargers did not win.
Did not win.
Which 0-1 team is going to make the playoffs?
Chiefs.
Or not even necessarily just one out of that group. You can give me like 3 or 4 or whatever. But I feel like everybody I just named is a lock to make the playoffs still.
I think they all make it.
Yeah, they have to, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know about the Chargers.
But maybe the Chargers might be the odd one out.
I'll tell you what. I said it last year, and I really mean it this year. If the Chargers don't make the playoffs, I'm going and I am chaining myself to SoFi Stadium until Brandon Staley gets fired. I've had it. I'm not even a true Chargers fan, and I'm fed up. So I can only imagine what these people feel. He's so bad. So bad.
He's pretty bad. The Chargers are another one of those franchises I feel like that are quote unquote
cursed.
Yeah. Every year it's something with them. Whether you know Justin Herbert with the broken ribs last year, their entire wide receiving core being hospital merchants.
Seriously,
there's always something going on with the Chargers. So I put the Chargers in the category with like the Jets, the Lions, like that. I put them
the Browns.
The Browns.
The Bills.
Yeah.
They're like adjacent Lake Erie bros and somehow are getting wrapped into it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Justin Herbert did just sign a fat contract. So
it's gotta.
And I don't think Justin Herbert's an issue. I mean, I think
he's
good.
But there's just something happens with that team every year, and they end up falling just short of
every year.
So
it starts at the top, though. Like ownership's got to go, GM's got to go, head coach got to go, and then you can figure it out from there. Bring in some defense.
It's the people who can play some D, because
J.C. Jackson should have gone to friggin' Miami if he wanted to sign a contract that big, because he's playing better for them than he is for the Chargers.
Well, you guys would love to go to LA. Like if you're looking for a team, I feel like LA is a good place to go to.
Yeah.
Just for like location wise, why wouldn't you not want to?
I mean, it's sunny and 85 out right now. I love it. But man, these football teams. I'm going to
the Rams though. Rams though.
I was going to caveat a little bit. I'm going to the Rams game this Sunday against the 49ers, and I'm actually excited. I don't like Rams games. Like the game day experience at the Rams games versus the Chargers game is so different.
You're gonna have a good time because there's going to be a lot of 49ers fans there. That place is going to be packed with 49ers fans. It's going to be mostly 49ers fans.
It will be a 49ers home game.
Yeah.
That's true. We are going.
Remember when Kelly was yelling on the podcast last year? She said,
what doesn't she yell about?
Said, fans, you need to buy some tickets because it's all 49ers fans. Yeah.
I'm excited, though. I've got, I'm not really rooting for either. I'm rooting for the free food and drinks that I'm going to have. So that's cool. But I did get red pants just to blend in a little more because the Patriots play after. So we're going to go out after. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of excited for the game itself because everybody said Matthew Stafford was washed. Didn't look washed to me against a team in the Seattle Seahawks that I think should be a playoff team. But
or so we thought.
We thought. They kind of forgot that Aaron Donald still exists.
I didn't forget that one.
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't forget.
I don't know how you could, but they apparently did because poor Geno Smith saw his life flash before his eyes. They're another team, 0-1, that I think should make the playoffs, but I didn't have any hopes at all for the Rams. So I don't know what that tells me about the Seahawks. Again, and like I know this is all week one and there's so much season left. But some teams, their destiny is decided in week one, and that's just who they're going to be.
The Buffalo Bills.
Kobe, I can't deal with that one right now. Have you ever been to a Bills game?
I'm not welcome in Buffalo. There's no way.
Just don't tell anybody who you're a fan of, and then you'll have fun.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Kobe, I'll take you to a Bills game, and you'll have the time of your life. It'll change your life forever. You will see things that you've never seen before.
What? No turnovers?
No, we probably won't see that one. But we will see some things before the game and probably after. Can't tell you what happened during, but like, if you're looking for a good time, you got to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, I hear that they have the best tailgates in the business.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best I've ever been to. So, if you're looking for a time that's going to scare you, go to the Muni Lot in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh my God. You'll get run over by a toy car. You'll get a ticket for wearing the wrong clothing.
Fashion advice. You'll get free stuff. You'll get snacks. You'll get shots. You'll have time.
Sounds like my type of party. Where do I?
You'll have a time.
All right. Shall we wrap this up with a game, you guys? Mm-hmm. So since we have Kobe on here, and since, like we said, he is a Lions fan, we are going to play a game of this or that with quarterbacks. And we're basically going to see who he's going to take Jared Goff over. We're going to give him random quarterbacks. He does not know who we're going to ask. And he's either picking Jared Goff, his guy, or he's picking these quarterbacks that we give him. So, Gabb, take it away.
Okay. First up, I have you. So I'm just going to give you someone and Jared Goff every single time. You don't have to keep the person. But it's just going to be, who are you picking over Jared Goff, if anyone? We're starting off with Dak Prescott or Jared Goff.
Some people might kill me for this. I'm going to go Jared Goff.
Yes.
I mean, we had this question and we went Jared Goff.
I'm going to go Jared Goff. Dak Prescott, I think, is probably one of the most overrated quarterbacks of the 21st century. I've never seen someone more turnover prone and underachieving who gets
more than Josh Allen.
Dak Prescott and Josh Allen might be the same person. I've never seen them in the same room.
It's pretty equal. That, like Kobe just said, excuses made for they're starting to get there. We asked this over the summer too, just amongst ourselves, and we also said Jared Goff. So,
oh yeah, I think any real ball knowers out there would choose Jared Goff over Dak Prescott.
That's us. Ball
okay,
knowers.
Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff.
So this one is tough because there was plenty of rumors of Lamar Jackson coming to the Lions over the offseason. And here's what I'll say. If you're asking me who I would just take, no team, no defense, I don't know anything, I would take Lamar Jackson. But I would prefer Jared Goff in this system over Lamar Jackson, if that makes sense.
Okay, so there's conditions to it.
There has to be a certain level of conditions because Lamar Jackson is so good that he kind of is the offense. If that makes sense. Lamar Jackson is the offense. Jared Goff kind of, he could just kind of runs the offense. He's out there distributing the ball, trying to, not turn the ball over, do all that kind of stuff. But Lamar Jackson is a way more gifted athlete than Jared Goff is and a lot more electric, explosive. But in terms of just like pure quarterback play and playing within a system, I'm taking Jared Goff, man.
Okay. Jared Goff or Josh Allen?
This one bothers me because I want to say Jared Goff. Josh Allen is talented and he does make boneheaded decisions. But I would probably take Josh Allen over Jared.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yep.
Did a lot of slandering. A lot of slander.
Okay. Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence.
This one can kind of go hand in hand. It's close because a lot of the things that I see in Trevor Lawrence are a lot of the things that I see in Jared Goff. They do kind of have like a similar playing style where they very, very clean pocket passers. Don't turn the ball over much except for that one game against LA where he threw 4 interceptions in like the first. But other than that, they do have a very similar style. Trevor Lawrence is still young, and I think he'll have a breakout season, if not this year, next year. I would take Jared Goff for now, though.
Okay, Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford?
I'm taking... Fuck it, man. Give me Jared Goff.
Okay, Jared Goff, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
The last one I have for you, Jared Goff, Caleb Williams.
Caleb's a bad man. Caleb is a bad man.
Is filthy. That is probably one of the best prospects I've seen in a long time. But give me Jared Goff.
Man, it's the Lions. It's the Lions time. You know, we are pretty pro Detroit on the show. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I say, like, everybody gives Detroit a bad rap. They say the place sucks, the city sucks, the sports suck. I've been to Detroit a lot, and I've never had a bad time ever.
Yeah. No, Detroit definitely is underrated, I feel like, just as a sports town in the city. But, I mean, obviously, when you're losing all the time, that just comes with the territory.
Catch some strays.
Just being a loser. So I get it. But we're on the upward trajectory. You just saw what the Lions did last week against the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Things are looking up for us. And I want to say, too, just for all the other Midwest like places and cities out there, because I feel like Detroit, Cleveland, a lot of those places kind of get put in the same boat. Stop sleeping on the Midwest, man.
Midwest is great.
The Midwest is great. I'm actually in Cleveland right now. So, like.
Are you?
Yeah.
What the heck? What?
Yeah, I'm actually in Cleveland right now. But, yeah, so just stop sleeping on the Midwestern cities, man. This is a great place to be. And go Lions.
Detroit's on the up. You know, I'll add one more thing for Detroit. Basketball team's getting better. The baseball team's getting better. And the football team's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be worse. You could be like New York. Bad.
Bam.
Sport.
Oh, my
like
God.
New York.
Any chance to talk shit about some New York teams, man?
Yeah.
You've come to the right place.
The Yankees, that's a tough watch right now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well. They did just beat the Red Sox in the first game of a doubleheader. But we don't have to talk about that because nobody cares about baseball right now.
Yeah, that's not even happening.
It's NFL season.
Yep. Unless you're talking about Ronald Acuna Jr., I do not care.
Yeah, unless obviously you're a fan of a team that's actually good. Then if you still want to pay attention to baseball, that's fine. But that's not us.
None of us.
So.
None of us here.
So that's not us. And I think that's all we got for you guys this week. So, Kobe, shout out to you for joining us. This was so fun. We'll definitely have to have you back in the weeks to come this season. What else? One more plug. If you guys missed it last week, we are doing a weekly daily fantasy and we're back up this week. So we will tweet out the link and stuff. We had probably, I want to say close to 700 people join last week. I didn't win any money, so hopefully one of you guys did. Not great. But we learn, we move, and we try again. So we'll tweet out all the information on that in the coming days. And
until then, you know what, guys? I hope your NFL team wins, unless you're like the Pittsburgh Steelers, or who else do we need to lose?
The Cowboys.
Cowboys lose.
No, the Cowboys are playing the Jets this week. We need the Cowboys to win.
We need the Cowboys to win. I hope your team wins, unless you're a team that annoys me. And that's all I have to say for that.
That's it.
Week. Yeah.
And we hope you win your bets because I didn't do that this weekend either. Same time, same place next week. We'll see you guys.